Alright, so I'm just having a little bit of a ramble, a bit of a shit talk, and a bit of a rant about Halo 5's campaign, and probably about Halo 4 as well, because I wasn't the biggest fan of Halo 4, but, well, at least Halo 4 was a lot better than what we got for Halo 5. So I finished the campaign about 2 days ago. When I finished it, I, uh, I I was that disheartened that at first I didn't even go to the forums. Actually, no, I did, but I didn't like do like a 2 page essay on why this and that was wrong. I just edited a few of my posts and just said, nah, we were wrong. We were so wrong. This has just gone so downhill. To the point where I'm still kind of processing the loss a bit. I'm still wondering if I'm gonna have the time to articulate myself and then fucking do a better video than this one because yeah, well, I'm just absolutely gutted about this. Oh, where do I begin? Well, look, I wasn't a fan of the ending of Halo 4. I hated the romance bullshit between Master Chief and Cortana. It was cringeworthy. It was cringe. I can understand, like, if you want to play the card of, like, Master Chief's machine and Cortana's a robot, but she's more human than Chief, like, all that type of, that's just bullshit, right? It's absolutely bullshit, right? Master Chief is a fucking traumatized, altered genetic child soldier, hence why he's a fucking Spartan. Soldier since, a child. So yeah, the Spartans who went through that program, they're gonna be pretty cold. They're gonna be pretty, like, machines, not talk, very yes and no to everything. Like, that's what Master Chief was. That's what made him a cool character. He was mysterious. He didn't fucking, it's just, yeah. Look, that's a very minor thing, but whatever. Halo 4 focused on that. It should have really focused more on the Didact and more flesh out about the Forerunners and the Prometheans and, really make that the sole part. And to some extent, yeah, it was. He was the threat that Chief had to take down. Um, Again, I don't want to skip too much on Halo 4 because I haven't ranted about Halo 4, but now Halo 5. Where's the Didact? Where is he? You're telling me that the last level in Halo 4 was us killing him? Some stupid, like, Call of Duty press RB to get this bit. That's just fucking lazy. That's just lazy, cutting corners. Where's the ultimate hog race in the end? Where's the hog race to finish the level? There's no gigantic finish to Halo 4, nor is there to Halo 5. Just half-assed, just pieces of shit. But Didac was a good thing about Halo 4. One of the things I thought, like, hey, at least they went to the effort to craft a cool character. He's kind of got that. Well, not anymore, but Chief used to be the last Spartan. Didac's the last Forerunner alive. And they really could have done so many things with the Didact. Maybe you could have started cloning his race again and bring back the Forerunners and actually have them as a new foe. And still have the Prometheans, like that's what they're doing to the humans instead of like maybe killing all the humans, they're maybe turning them into their AI slaves and keeping everyone at bay, like, or maybe, there's just so many things they could have played with there. But yeah, so there's no cool villain in Halo 5. Like, look, the Eternal Warden, yeah, cool. He's a cool dude. Like, he's all right, but he's kind of like a side boss. Like, that's what type of character he is to me. He's just kind of like, so like Dark Souls or something when there's like 10 or fucking hundreds of like awesome bosses to kill. It's like, like the Warden's just kind of a minor threat. Like, he's not, but in the game he's like, he's the only you kill him 8 to 10 times throughout the same campaign. Like, it would be different if maybe they fleshed out the Warden that there's different kind of wardens, and each one of them is completely different and looks completely different. But no, it's just the same rehash boss. At least you actually get a boss battle in the end. You actually get to fight him. Yeah, cool. That's cool. But yeah. But look, this is probably where you've been waiting me to get to. Is yeah, they bring back Cortana in Halo 5, and then she becomes like they really work on her rampancy, and she becomes some sort of fucking AI that wants to. Now it's kind of like, well, it's my way or the highway. Like I can turn everyone into an AI, and we can all live together in peace, and all this fucking bullshit. And is willing to kill everyone if they don't submit to her. And it's not even that. The first thing, she should be dead. She shouldn't be back, right? That's the one thing I absolutely cringe and absolutely hate, right? That people wanted her back. It's like, well, then Halo 4 was all for nothing. Halo 4 had a bit of a sassy story because, Cortana's dying. Okay, fair enough. Alright, I can work with that. But no, I don't know why people wanted her back, right? They needed to kill her off, just like they killed Johnson off in Halo 3. Alright, they needed to kill her off. And, Halo 5 really should have been about Chief going a little bit haywire and going actually rogue by himself. And maybe Blue Team go after him as well, or Osiris, because he is such a valuable asset to the UNSC. And then only the secret spy service in the background, maybe they want him dead, and maybe UNSC actually just want him back as a soldier. I can work with that. Because when I was first, looking at Hunt the Truth campaigns, it's like, why the fuck would they want to kill the Chief? He just saved the world like fucking more than 3 times. But I can understand that it's like, no, Chief's too powerful. He knows too much. We've either got to kidnap him or we've got to eliminate him. And I can understand that the Secret Service thing would, definitely do that. The shadow government would definitely take him out. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. Like, I can understand that. But it would have been a good confliction with the UNSC, say Blue Team go after Chief, and actually give a fucking introduction to Blue Team for people who don't know it. Where's that prologue? Halo 4 had an awesome prologue, I'll give it that, but fuck, where's Halo 5's one? It's like, nah. So, you got that in the equation. But yeah, I'm rambling here because this is what I thought it was going to be, or what I would like it to be. It's the Star Wars prequels all over again, pretty much. Have it like that. Yep. Chief's gone. Maybe Chief and the Librarian. Because the Librarian tells Chief about all these things, and maybe in the background, Chief has found another AI. Or he's met another Forerunner AI thing that's told him that, oh yeah, Chief, there's a bigger threat at play here. The precursors are coming back and you've got to take them out. Or there's a greater threat. Maybe the Flood has advanced and, maybe the Flood are getting more like the precursors in their true form, and they're going to absolutely obliterate the universe again. Like, just look, that could get stale. The whole universe is about to die. But if you bring the precursors, the ones that made the Forerunners, like, I don't know, that just adds. That's what Halo's about. It makes it a bit more big and gigantic, and humanity's always pushed on the side by greater threats, this and that. That would have been wicked. That would have been cool. But no, we just get a freaking like. The hunt, everyone said, I've seen so many rant videos, so many reviews, the Hunt the Truth, all that shit, false advertising, all that crap, yeah, sure, and it's a shame because those audio logs, are fucking awesome voice acting, really good writing there, it's so weird, it was awesome writing for, Hunt the Truth, the audio books, and it's like, what the fuck's going on in Halo 5, it almost felt like there was different egos at play, and everyone wanted to have their own version of what Halo should be about, but that little kid who had that fantasy of Cortana and Chief, he got his wish, and that's the story we're getting. It's like, no, I just absolutely I just can't find other words, I just can't fathom what I've just played, and it's taken me a day to process. Look, I've been playing with my friends on competitive multiplayer, and You know, that's fun. Like, Warzone sucks. Requisition points fucking sucks. It's just something that's just, sure, it's new to Halo and all that shit, but it's not. It's just shit. It's pay to win Warzone. And it's just crap. It just, there's no vehicles on the map that you need to hunt down. There's no weapons on the map that you need to hunt down. It's nowhere near as intense as the the E3 footage I saw. It's nowhere near like that at all. Like, they should have AI going to different bases and fighting. It should be a lot more carnage. It's pretty timid in my respects that I've played it. Even though when I looked at the gameplay footage, I was psyched. I was like, oh, AI and multiplayer, online matchmaking, wow, that's cool. That's always been a fantasy of a lot of people. But no, they didn't really quite execute it right. This is the thing. They tick a few boxes, or they half tick a few boxes, and they don't quite execute it properly. And that's that. They are a new developer, but at the same time, it's like they're just focusing in different areas, and it's not good. To not have Forge, Big Team Battle, all these iconic, like, just simple Halo, game types. It's not in the game, and we're getting it in December. There's just something about that just screams that maybe they wanted to chop up Halo 5 to buy extra DLC. For the ones who wanted Forge, that want to play Forge, they have to pay like a $10 DLC for it, or even more. Like, I feel that behind the scenes, that's what they were thinking, but they've gone, nah, I reckon we'll got too much hate for that. Let's just make this requisition point system where we get people to pay for fucking armor and pay for weapons and shit. Are you serious? Like, what happened to, like, earning your fucking armor? What happened to that? That just made it more fun. At least Halo 4 did that. You get 30 assassinations, you get some kind of Megatron helmet. Like, geez, that's another thing. Geez, I hate the fucking armor schemes and the armor palettes for the elites and the Spartans. It's just straight out of an Unreal Tournament game. It just looks so... oh, it's just shit. Why couldn't they just get the same graphics for and that's one thing about Halo Reach that was good. The Spartans looked great. The armor looked great. The way that the graphics for those Spartans looked awesome. The elites were fucking horrible, but that's for another video. But, Halo Reach did it right. Because, well, Halo Reach was a prototype for Destiny anyway, with customization, and they did it right. Like, it was still a bit onco, like, you couldn't get full armor sets, and, there probably could have been more armor sets, but at least all the helmets and armor actually looked like good. It didn't look like some kid got some Transformers and some Gundam and all these other, like, various kind of mechs and kind of form them all together to create this mold of just shit. And that's what a lot of the fucking armor is for Halo 4 and for Halo 5. It's just fucking shit. Oh, I can talk all day about this shit. So that's for the competitive multiplayer. But anyway, going back to the campaign. Yeah, you fight the Warden 8 times. Yeah, fucking great. I was really hoping for the moment where, if you remember, where Blue Team first encounter the Warden, and it's like before that they're like walking, like when there's all like dead Covenant, I've gone like, oh yes, bring back the Flood, like, and this is the point where the campaign started to fall down. So I thought, oh, if you bring back the Flood, at least you're paying homage to old Halo. But no, we just get the I am the Warden Eternal, sufferer of Halo 5. Yeah, we just get that fucker. So, the best of times and the blurst of times. But yeah, that's where the campaign fell off. After the Sword of St. Helios, and we just play Locke constantly. And look, I don't mind that, but at least give me the same levels as Master Chief. Come on, like, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to push Chief aside, and they were thinking of killing him off, because I think the 343, they know that they can't rub their sticks together and make magic again. They can't do it. They can't make the same magic as the old Halos. They just can't do it. It's kind of like the same with Star Wars, the prequels. Lucas couldn't do it. He just couldn't make that magic. And look, you can't, but Halo, it's a bit different. It's probably not as full on as Star Wars, but it's still the same thing. So many people are gutted. Halo means different things to different people. You know, you got all those people that came to Halo for Halo Reach. They got Halo Reach, then they did all the Halos. And look, in my view, their opinions are a bit invalid. You're a bit late for the party. Like, if you didn't play Halo 1 as soon as it came out and you're an instant fan and you knew what it was about and the music and the exploring and the, you know, the visual storytelling from Halo 1 was just exquisite. That's what people wanted. And the Marines were awesome. And slowly, the story and everything got bigger and grander. But, you know, it's almost like Halo 4 and Spartan Ops and now Halo 5 has just turned into like Battlestar Galactica type of sci-fi TV. Like, it's lost its mystique. It's lost its mysterious. It's not, yeah. But yeah, look, Halo 5, halfway through, it looked good. Say this bit, for instance, you know, Buck, and like, this was a good scene. I thought all things can pick up here. Like, this is good, you know, potential good character development. You know, Locke is not a strong character to be leading. You could say that it would be better to have Buck as the main character, but Buck's too Buck. Like, you know, you can't, like, you know, it would be cool to pay him the main character. I think it's good paying homage, but nah, they did knew that if you're gonna have a new character, it would have been good to have, like, you know, a good Spartan that people would want to play or think they're gonna play, like, and then he hunts down the chief, and you know, he tries to kill the chief, and he's working with only he tries to kill him. There was speculation before the game that you got to choose before you started the campaign. There was 10 missions for Chief and 10 missions for Locke, and you got to choose. And then maybe there's a different alternative ending. Or, you know, it's left in conclusion. And then maybe Halo 6 can clear up, like, no matter what ending you picked, like, Halo 6 is going to go on its own limb. But, I don't know, it's getting a bit tired and fed up at this point, you know. I just wanted to get my voice out there. And I probably will make more shit talk videos about Halo Reach and about Halo 4. The things that I didn't like about those games that I didn't talk about at the time because I was just like, whatever. But after Halo 5's disappointment campaign, waste of money, I wish I got it at the bargain bin, but like, it's competitive multiplayer is fun, it's competitive, but it's like, you know, this is the same formula as Call of Duty. Release half-ass campaigns and, you know, focus on good multiplayer, you know. Like, they're just getting too caught up in, oh, but this is modern shooters, this is what it's all about. It's like, no, it's not. You got one of the biggest fan bases in video game history. You've got so many different crowds of Halo fans, yet you're making more Halo games to please other crowds of gamers in different video game camps. Like, you're trying to please the Call of Duty people, you're trying to please, say, Titanfall people, you're trying to please all these people and then still keep a portion of your game still a little bit more Halo and a little bit this and that, you know, but it's still shit. Like, the Carbine and the Needle are shit. Like, oh, I can just talk about it all day about all my ranting and opinions, and like, if I sat down there and wrote like a 5-page essay and articulate every fucking nitpicking thing that's wrong with it, I'd just start losing my hair. I'd fucking go mad. I already am, but just get worse. Look, I think I'll wrap it up here, but, you know, there's just so many things that I still want to talk about, like things that other people don't talk about, like, you know, I'll keep it brief, but, you know, say Halo 1 Marines. The Marines and the Elites in Halo 1, they're still the best to date. You know, Halo 2 still kind of did it good, you know, still good. But Halo 3, you know, you don't verse the Elites. You know, the Brutes are still a good foe, but you don't verse the Elites, and they just made the Elites really bulky in Halo 3 for some reason. But, you know, Halo 1 and 2 still kept to the same formula as Elites, but, you know, Halo Reach fucked up the Elites big time. I think the Marines were still kind of good in Reach. I don't really remember too many of the Marines, but, you know, the Marines are non-existent in Halo 4 and 5. You know, one of the iconic things about Halo were the Marines, you know, paying homage to those old school sci-fi Marines from, like, you know, the first Halo pays homage to like Aliens, the Marines in the Aliens movie, were fucking awesome, like totally paying homage to that, especially with Sergeant Johnson, and then they throw in an Aussie dude there, which was just so fucking sick. Like, it wouldn't, like, a risk isn't the right word to use, but, it was cool, it was different, it kind of reinforced that idea that, the international space military has people from all different walks of life, all fighting with each other, against the greater threat. Like, that's cool, Oh, look, the Malta's already driven off its borders. Like, Chip Stubbo, fucking awesome Marine, can't go wrong. So yeah, just a few things like that are missing in Halo, but that's just for the old ancient grizzlies like myself that just really know what Halo is. Look, I'll finish it up here. If you've listened to this long, good on ya. Grab yourself a beer. But I really recommend getting Halo Custom Edition on the PC. It's like a modded version of Halo where fans have made their own levels and their own campaigns. And the last true Halo experience I had was a campaign mod called, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, it's called the Lumora campaign. Check it out. It's if you go on to halomaps.org and you go to like top campaign single player maps, you'll find it. It's one of the best there. That was the last kind of experience that I had, and the team that made that mod, that made that campaign, they know what Halo's about, Those awesome moments between, and this is what Halo 5 and 4 don't have, those awesome moments where you're fighting and then you go do a little bit of exploring and awesome music comes on and you're just lost in this alien world, and then, it was just a lot more open. It had this sense of just an open world shooter with it's actually a corridor shooter, but it had this sense of an open world shooter that you could, walk for 15 minutes up top of that hill and see what was there, and maybe you found a skull, or it just had that sense of exploration that 4 and 5 don't have. If anything, Halo 4 and 5 are so much more of a corridor narrow shooter than the first three. But anyway, look, I'll leave it there. Thanks for, if you did even watch, probably no one's ever going to hear this, but yeah, cool. I might do some more in the future. Have a few more rants, which I probably will, but yeah, I'll leave it there for now. So.